Well, I got a update from the Motley Crue concert happening here in the Chicago area at the Allstate Arena.
Oh, yeah? Who's providing updates?
Miss Taylor Page.
Oh, really? How's she doing? Through Twitter?
No, she's texted me.
Oh, so she has your personal number.
Oh, yeah, she has my personal number.
Mm-hmm. Is that all she's got of your personal?
Yeah, that's it. She says Vince is actually singing like all the words.
Get out of here.
That's what I said. I said, no way.
Backing tracks. Tell her to film some of it and send it along.
Yeah, I'm going to type that.
Tell her film a little bit and send it along because we don't believe her.
Film some of it and send it over.
Sweetie. Hot stuff. Sex pants.
Yep.
One's licorice tits.
Licorice tits.
What? That's still one of the funniest bumpers that you have.
Droopy drawers.
Droopy drawers.
Sweetie. Honey. Licorice tits.
Candy pants.
Candy pants. Hand me the condiments there, candy pants.
That was one of the better segments.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's too funny.
Yeah, and Wheezy pieced that all together to make it sound like you were just going through that whole array of stuff.
Yeah, he did.
It's so funny.
Do you have that handy?
I do.
Play that. That's just funny.
Chris Aiken. Let's see, not Angel of Death. Crazy Bitches. Chris Needs a Lover. I think it's Superfly Aiken is what it's called.
All right.
Where is it? Superfly Aiken. Here we go.
I guess I'm learning on the fly, I guess. You're in a mall, you're walking down the thing, you think some chick is hot. You do the ring scan, no ring. You go right up to her and say, hey, sweetie, pumpkin, sweet tits, darling sweetie. Yeah, why don't you give me some wings there, licorice tits. Mead wench. Bring me another beer, sweet tits. Cunt, whore, and anal bitch. Get me some wings, fucky. What's up, sweetie? What's shaking, bacon? Wow. Those are the nicest tits I've seen. Sweetie, get me a beer. Come on, pumpkin. Yeah, now, cunt. What a nice set of titties, though. Holy smokes. Stupid whore face. Ma'am? Sugar tits. I like sugar tits. Sugar tits and candy pants. Oh, why don't you bring me a beer there, droopy drawers? Want to get me the condiments there on candy pants? 36C. Yeah, that's got to be at least 36C. No doubt that's 36C. Got to be 36C, 36D. What are you doing tomorrow? Jesus.
Candy pants, droopy drawers, sweet tits.
That's not all from one segment, is it? That's like from 10 segments.
No, I think that was all one segment, but he just grabbed all the little bits and pieces because I think what it was that people in the chat room were suggesting sexist comments.
Oh, and I was just reading them?
You were just reading them.
And so now that automatically makes me the guy that says all that shit.
Right. And then what are you doing tomorrow?
That's good.
I threw all this insulting, sexist shit out at you, and then I go, hey, by the way, what are you doing tomorrow?
Hey, you want to hang out?
Yeah, see, sweet tits, candy pants.
Come on over, droopy drawers.
Right.
Droopy
drawers.
The hell is that?
I don't know. Maybe it's Shaniqua doing the pants drop type thing.
She's a human like everyone else.
Exactly.
Come on.
It's so funny.
Came up with droopy drawers, me or a fan?
I think a fan.
I was gonna say that can't be me.
Yeah. Hand me the condiments there, sweet tits.
We are fucking stupid.
So good. So good.
Yeah. So George Lynch out of the way. Now what?
Well, we could talk about just about anything you want.
All right.
I was wanting to talk a little bit. I know I mentioned it at the beginning of the show that Juan Crocier, nice guy.
Yeah.
I was surprised. I was actually surprised that he is actually putting together a rat project and going out under his name of Rat.
Will you care? Will anyone care?
Well, no, but the point is that why are you doing that?
Because he has no other way to make money.
I guess it's just like, holy cow, really?
Well, did you see this whole thing in Metal Sludge today?
No, I didn't.
Oh, here. If we're going to go down this road, I'm going to give you plenty to talk about. See?
I got Metal Sludge pulled up right now.
Go to that link.
Which one is it?
The Not Way Cool Jr. or whatever.
Okay, yeah. News.
Because Bobby is back being a total dick on.
Of course he is, because he hates Juan. He hates Juan.
Yeah, but I don't know. Which one would you go see any of these projects? Steve?
No, I would go see Stephen because I like Stephen as a person.
Would you? Okay, forget you're not getting backstage passes. You're not going to get to meet him at the show. Are you going to see any of these?
No, I will not.
Same here.
No,
absolutely no way.
But it's a little bit different for you and I.
Why?
Because we have had friendships, exposures, hangs with these guys.
Sure.
So without the camaraderie there,
yeah,
you and I don't have any reason to go see them.
Well, that's it. But I'm saying I'm trying to put us in the same position as everybody.
But it's hard to do that because of the relationship there.
Yeah.
But as an average fan, let's just take our friend Angie Dawkin.
Yeah.
Okay. She'll go to every one of those shows.
She'll go see Juan Crocier's The Other Voices.
Well, she went to see Stephen Pearcy the other night.
Yeah, that's a mistake.
Yeah, but she did go.
And she said it was great.
I didn't see what her comments were, but she did go.
Yeah, I saw she took some pictures with Stephen, so of course it was great.
Okay, well, there you go. So a fan like Angie, and this is not picking on Angie, I'm just using her as an example.
Right.
She will go.
Wow. I just can't, I like the best I can equate it to is Van Halen. Don't know the Van Halen guys. Obviously, we met them for like, what, a second?
A second, just to say, hey, how's it going? How's it going? Whatever.
We met them for literally a second. But so I put them as a band that I don't know. And they sucked dick when we saw them, so I won't go again.
Well, had I not been invited to go a couple of weeks ago, I would have not gone.
Okay, yeah, well, but because you got it, we know why you went.
Well, I didn't pay for it, and I was invited to go, so I went.
Yeah, if it was one of our fucking guy listeners to the show, you ain't going.
No, I would have gone.
No, you would not have.
If it was like Nathan invited me out to see Megadeth.
Yeah.
All right. Would I have gone seen Megadeth on my own? No.
But you've never seen Megadeth suck as bad as Van Halen is what I'm saying.
Yeah, well, that true, but my point is that I went, but even though that they were right here in town, I would have not gone had I not, gotten the invite.
Well, and maybe I'm just more hardline than you, I guess, because I had an invite with passes to the Van Halen show that was here in Cleveland.
Right.
From our friend Robert.
Okay.
Robert, who's their driver now. Who drives stage equipment around.
Sure.
And he wanted to, we've never met in person, and he wanted to meet up. Now, I know you would go. Just on that type of an invite.
Yeah, correct? I would have gone, sure.
I absolutely told Robert, can't go, Ross sucks too bad. That's what I told him.
Right.
I told him if he wanted to meet somewhere, that would have been fine. But, he's obviously got the truck and he couldn't get anywhere to meet. So, I didn't go.
All right.
But yeah, there's no way. I can't go see like Motley Crue is in Cleveland, I think next week or something.
Yeah. Okay. They're here in Chicago tonight.
So probably Tuesday or Wednesday, they'll be in Cleveland. Last time they're ever going to be anywhere, right?
Supposedly.
I'll never. You couldn't pay me to go because I know how bad fucking Vince is.
Right.
And to be quite honest, with now Taylor saying that fucking Vince sounds good.
No, she didn't say he sounded good. She did not say that.
What did she say?
She said he's singing all the words, is what she said.
All right, because I'm starting to question that she's not fucking deaf.
Well, I'm just telling you what she said. She said Vince is actually singing all the words.
She had decent words for David Lee Roth, too.
Well, I was at that show, and he actually did sing the songs.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I know how bad he sucked. Trust me.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure you didn't even notice that he was on stage.
Oh, please.
You were staring at somebody's titties.
If David Lee Roth blew ass that night, I would have told you.
Yeah, I know.
But he actually toned it down and just stuck with the songs.
Would you have gone to Motley Crue tonight if you were offered a free ticket?
Possibly.
Really?
Yeah. Well, the reason is, and again, my attitude is, why not?
Okay. Because they stink.
I get that they stink, but would I go out and purchase a $200 ticket to go? No.
All right, well, what about if I get you a ticket to go see Korn and the Deftones?
I'm not a fan.
What?
I'm not a fan.
Are you a fan of what we saw in Wisconsin?
No, but I'm a fan of the band and the music, the original, the good stuff. At least I know the music and know the songs.
Would you have gone to TNN if they came to town?
TNN?
Yeah, the Lynch.
Yeah, but I would have gone because I know the guys.
No, would you have just gone because you know the tunes?
No. If I was not a friend of the guys, would I have gone? No.
That's my point. Why wouldn't you have gone? You know those songs. You like them.
Yeah, but I would only go for the hang.
So you don't like the songs enough to just want to hear them?
No.
All right.
No. I would have gone to go with the hang because I've been good friends with Jeff Pilson. I mean, you've hung out with Jeff.
Yeah.
Mick is a crazy dude.
Yeah, Mick's great.
I don't know George that well. I know him to, say hello and just chit chat with him for a few minutes, but I'm not like buds.
Right, sure.
But Mick and Jeff, good friends, good pals.
Yeah. I mean, I would go for the hang, but I'd probably leave.
Yeah, well, again, that's the same way with me.
Yeah. I'm so done with these. Like, there's a couple that I think I would still go to, but now I'm only going to hang. And that's really where I've gotten to anymore. If I don't have access, I don't really even want to go.
I agree.
Because most of these bands stink now.
I agree.
Like, I hate to do this on the air, but whatever. When Harnell comes with Skid Row, I'm going.
I would go because I want to hear. I want to see what he does with the songs.
I'm going because I'm friends with Tony.
Yeah, and I get that, but I would go to see the performance because I'd like to see what he does.
Yeah.
But if I went once and saw what he does with the performance,
right,
the second time around, I would only go to hang with Tony.
Right.
Because I've already been there and done that.
Right. Yeah, you wouldn't go to hang with Snake.
Well, Snake's a nice dude. He's always treated me good.
Yeah, the Snake is all right.
The Snake. He's the original founding member.
That's right, the Snake. And yes, Jim Redmond, if I am in Cleveland that night, I'm going to see Overkill and Symphony X. How would I not go to that? That's an incredibly good show.
Yeah, they're playing here at the House of Blues.
Are they?
Yeah.
That should be a good show.
You need to get me the hookup for that.
You want to go?
I do. I have a certain someone who would love to go to that as well.
Oh, gee. Nathan? Is it Nathan from Kentucky?
Yeah, that's the one.
Is that who it is?
It is.
Okay. So I can call the publicist and say 1 ticket for Neeley and 1 ticket for Nathan H.
Right.
That'll take care of it?
That'll take care of it.
All right. I'm sure it won't.
But there's plans to actually go see. Now, see, here's a perfect example right here, and I got one coming up.
All right.
In a couple of weeks, it's on a Monday night of all things.
Yeah.
It's Chips Enough's version of Enough's Enough.
Ugh. You're going?
I'm going just to hang with Chip.
So it's Chip and who?
Well, whoever's in the band currently.
Monaco and somebody. Is Monaco still in there?
I think.
Or is it Chip singing? Is it Chip doing solo?
I don't know. It's under the Enough's Enough banner.
Oh, boy. You can have fun with that one, dude.
Yeah, well, again, I would only go to go hang out with Chip.
Yeah, and when Chip came through with Bang Tango, I did the same thing. When they came to Billy's Club, I hung out with Chip. I watched Chip play, and I left.
Okay.
I didn't see a note of Bang Bang.
All right.
I was like, fuck this.
But Enough's Enough is playing at some club.
Right.
And I'm going to go.
Okay.
And I'm going to go hang with Chip, and that's the only reason I'm going.
So you'll be home by about 8:30.
Well, I don't know. Yeah, I'm sure it'll be, early.
Yeah. Well, okay, so let's just say the way this normally works. You'll end up on the bus at about 6:30, right?
Sure. Possibly, yes.
So they'll get off the bus about 9 o'clock to play. Does that sound about right?
I would think.
Okay, so you'll be home before they finish the first song.
Probably. But I would go just for the hang on that one.
Yeah.
Am I interested in seeing that lineup that's currently playing? No, not really.
Yeah. No interest at all.
None at all. But I will go see Chip and hear him say, "Hey, Neeley, my brother, it's good to see you.
Time, Neeley, since I saw you."
Exactly.
Chip.
So I'm going to go for that, but I'm not going for the show.
No, not at all. Well, you have to start getting some interviews while you're at these shows, dude. Pull out your phone. Be Neeley from the Classic Metal Show.
Right.
Do some work.
Sure.
Especially with Chip, who loves to talk and loves to drop names.
He does.
He's fun to just listen to him drop names. Yeah, I was in the studio with, Robin Zander stopped by, and then Rick Nielsen came by, and then after Rick came by, the David Draymond from Disturbed, he was over at the house smoking some pot with me, and he just drops every name under the sun, doesn't he?
Two guys from Chicago bands who do the exact same thing.
Yeah.
Chip's Enough and Desi Rex.
Well, Desi Rex, who knew what he was talking about?
But he was a name dropper.
Yeah, well, yeah.
And they're both from the same area, same club, same, everything, same music scene, and they both do the identical thing.
Wow. Nice. Well, all I got out of this so far is that I got to be your pimp.
My liaison.
Yeah, whatever. I gotta set up the fuck room for you. I mean the concert ticket for you. See how it works. I'm the pimp.
Go see Overkill at the House of Blues.
Yeah, play some Overkill, you cunt.
Right.
How come I think that'll be said 15 times in your car on the way to the show?
That won't be uttered once, only because that was a very dangerous time.
Well, maybe by her. She tends to say cunt a lot.
Mm-hmm.
She might say it just to goof on you.
That is true.
You realize that when that was first said that your friend was about 6?
Let me think here. That was 2006, so that was 6, 7, 8, 9 years ago. Minus 9, 13.
13 years old.
13 years old.
Yeah. Is that juice that was on your dick legal? Allegedly.
Right.
I mean, I have not heard anything.
Where has the time gone?
Amazing.
Where has the time gone?
You were 13 years. Where were you working 13 years ago?
I was here. I was working. My brother-in-law and I had our partnership.
So you had a pretty much a multi-million-dollar business that you were running.
Correct.
And she was working on fucking skipping a bar on the monkey bars.
Exactly.
Wow. That seems about right.
www.playsomooverkillyoucunt.biz.
Biz.
.biz.
Biz. That's funny.
Uh-huh.
And that's about as far as we'll go into that story.
Right, exactly.
We won't bring that up just in case.
Yeah, that one still gives me the heebie-jeebies.
I'll bet she still listens.
Who knows?
Just waiting for you to say, I miss you.
Please.
Oh, the inside stuff is very thick tonight.
It is.
Everybody listens probably like, what the fuck are they talking about?
What are they talking about?
Yeah, this is stuff that never aired.
Yeah, it's old stuff.
Old stuff, but it was never on the show either.
No, it was not.
In fact, didn't we take time off? That was like the only time in the show's history that we took time off from the show.
We had a cooling period.
What did we take? Like 2 weeks where we didn't do any shows?
Yep.
Play some overkill, you cunt.
Yep, that was a time. Holy smokes.
That was not a good time for the Neeley.
Nope.
So
that was the lone time the police were involved in the show.
There is truth to that as well. The question is will that make the book?
That makes the book. If that doesn't make the book, how does that not make the book?
True.
That's the most compelling story about the CMS there is. Come on, dude. You don't think that's the most compelling story about the show?
That is a very compelling story.
That is one, and we've never talked about it. I mean, we're hinting about it, but we've never talked about it on the air.
No.
That's the good stuff that the fans, I'm sure, would eat up.
They would.
That's a good one. Just change the name.
Well, we certainly aren't going to use names.
Yeah, call her Haley.
Wow.
Well, I didn't say the real name.
You did not.
That's about as close as we want to get, isn't it?
Look at Nathan from Kentucky. Can you see the photos in the chat room?
That one, yeah. That's about right.
That's about right.
That's about what we're looking at these days.
Mm-hmm. Too funny. Another voice from the past has cropped up.
Who?
Somebody texting me saying, I hope you're having a great show.
Who?
Just a voice from the past, somebody you don't even know.
Oh, real? Oh, all right. Well, then. A chick?
Yes.
Oh, boy. Another one of those, huh?
From 20 years ago.
20 years? It's not the one that fucking lubed your fingers in the car, is
yes, it is.
Is it?
It is.
Wow. Did she know you told that story on the air?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
What did she say about that?
Well, she's proud of that.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, she likes that whole bumper. You know, she likes that bumper that Wheezy made for us about me driving in the desert.
Oh, right.
And she goes, that's all about me. It's like, you know, I'm kind of like famous by proxy.
Right.
Yeah. Yep.
You're famous for stinking up his front seat.
Right.
Making it smell like a fucking fish market.
Let's see what's going on here. Oh,
What are you? Jesus.
I'm still sweetie. Wow, look at that. A furry going after it.
Wow, look at that. Wow.
She's got like a little Alice in Wonderland skirt on or something.
Oh, my goodness. This chat room.
I don't know where they come up with those pictures.
I don't even want to know. That's even more the point. I know you want to know where they come up with the shit. I don't want to know.
The thing is I've never seen that anywhere.
Yeah, because you're not a fucking perved retard.
I guess. I'm not looking for it.
Meanwhile, if you looked on Moogle's hard drive, it's probably about to crash because it's so full of that shit.
Yeah, sure.
You know, Jesus.
Right. So silly.
Yeah, it is.
All right. Well, I was going to read this story here real quick about the whole Juan thing.
Okay, let's go.
You know, when Stephen bailed on the band back in 2000.
Uh-huh.
And there was a big lawsuit, and Stephen was out as Stephen Pearcy's rat, and he lost the lawsuit, and their partnership was dissolved with Stephen Pearcy, Warren DiMartini, and Bobby Blotzer. Bobby Blotzer and Warren DiMartini won they won the right to the rat entity.
Right, I remember that.
And then Stephen had to go call his project the Rat Bastards.
Right.
And, you know, then when Stephen got back with Rat, what was that, like 2009?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah. They were trying to work out that partnership agreement.
Right.
And then when they were recording Infestation, they were trying to get Juan back in the band.
Right.
But for some reason, and I don't even know the reason why, Blotzer absolutely hates Juan.
Yeah, as well as me.
He does not like Juan.
No, he does not.
And when Juan rejoined the band a couple years ago, when Rat was performing at M3,
right?
We had witness eye view that Blotzer, just prior to Rat taking the stage,
yes,
was on the phone with lawyers trying to get an injunction against allowing Juan to take the stage with Rat.
An injunction?
Yeah, to stop him from being part of the Rat thing.
Look at Nathan in the chat room. God damn.
Yeah, that's my front seat, all right, or at least it was.
Wow.
Yep. See, there's a picture for everything.
For anything we mention.
Anything we mention, there's a picture of it.
All right, I want to see a picture of a goat fucking a hamster.
All right, so yeah, so there's this animosity within the Rat camp.
Yeah.
That even though Blotzer and DiMartini own the Rat entity,
yeah,
he did not want Juan back in the band.
Well, okay.
And so now that Stephen departed again, and Rat is basically without a rudder, per se, you know, what good is the Rat name if you can't do anything with it?
Fair enough.
You know, what are you going to do with it now? Because the guy who makes Rat happen, makes the rat traps click off, is not in the band anymore.
What? Is this not, and I'm going to go in a different direction, I'll let you swing it back around. Is this not the definition of when you should just hang it up?
You got one of two choices.
Yeah.
Either you hang it up or you learn to get along and go out there and make your money.
But they're not going to do that.
No, they're not going to do that. But again, you've got one of two choices. Either you figure out how to make it work or you just call it a day.
So why don't all three of them just stop calling it Rat and just do something else?
Well, because Rat is a recognizable name and people want to capitalize on what's recognizable.
And you really believe that because it says the word rat in the other voices of Rat, people will go?
Yeah, because they're stupid.
Come on.
Nobody reads that shit.
How many people do you think that show draws in any city? I don't care. Pick Chicago.
10.
10 people.
10.
So why do it?
Yeah, but it doesn't matter how many comes through the door. It's what the guarantee is.
What club owner do you know that would guarantee more than $50?
Because I know some club owners are stupid to where they think, oh, Rat. Oh, yeah, I know who that is. And they get sold that bill of goods.
You think that guy from JD Legends is going to pay fucking Juan $2,000?
I don't know that. I don't know specifically about that venue, but I will tell you that when I was still involved with the club business back in the early 90s, that the promoters would peddle somebody out there that was part of a name. I'm going to give you one specifically because I know this to be fact.
Mm-hmm.
The former guitarist, who's no longer alive now, of Foghat, Dave Peverett.
Dave Peverett's Foghat?
Yeah, he was out there peddling himself as Foghat.
Right.
And the promoter was offering him as Foghat. But he was the only dude from the band.
Nice.
Okay. And so these club owners, these small club owners, they go, oh, shit.
Yeah.
Foghat. I can get that for $4,000 or whatever it might have been at that time.
What a bargain.
Yeah. And it's just like, man, I'm having Foghat at my club. And but the thing is these people are not that adept.
Right.
They don't keep up with that.
So in theory, you think that like Mike Fasano could tour as Mike Fasano's warrant and he would get gigs?
Perhaps.
Jesus.
I don't know. Perhaps.
Could Billy tour as warrant?
He could.
Billy Morris's warrant?
Yeah.
The other voice of warrant?
Exactly.
How many people do you think Billy Morris would sell as the other voice of warrant? Would he sell more than the other voice of Rat with Juan Crocier?
Right.
Do you think he would?
I don't think so. It's just so hard to say. I'm just so far removed from the nonsense. But everybody's just trying to just make a dollar. I mean, granted, Joe Lestay.
Yeah.
He's the voice of Bang Tango.
Right.
But on any given night, one night he's Joe Lestay or Beautiful Creatures, and then any other given night he's Bang Tango.
Yeah, and neither draws anything.
Well, but he still does it.
Yeah.
He still makes a couple of bucks.
Yeah. I wonder, could Charlie Hune do some solo Foghat gigs?
He probably could. He could go out there as the voice of Ted Nugent.
The voice of victory?
Yeah.
A night of classic rock with Charlie Hune?
Yeah, the music of Foghat with Charlie Hune.
No, they would do it featuring members of Foghat, Ted Nugent, and Victory.
Exactly, and it's all the same dude.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
One of these 50 guys. It'd be like if Chaz West goes out and does Chaz West's Red Dragon Cartel.
Right.
Might as well.
Or Lynch Mob or Three-Legged Dog.
Bonham.
Yeah, Bonham.
Wasn't he in Bonham?
He was in Bonham.
So he could start a new project and say, featuring members of.
Yeah, exactly.
It's all him.
But anyway, according to Metal Sludge,
yeah,
Way Not Cool Jr., Bobby Blotzer continues his online rat attack.
Yeah.
Slamming Crocier, Pearcy, and DiMartini.
Uh-oh.
When he says and DiMartini, that's a problem because he shares that entity with DiMartini.
Right. Yeah, they're partners.
They are. Never at a loss for words, drummer Bobby Blotzer has recently blasted every surviving member of the band Rat.
Man, oh man. Well, at least Robin got away clean.
Yeah, he blasted them.
Yeah, well, Robin, I think, took the high road in this band and just checked out.
Sure.
He missed all this fun.
Exactly. In the recent weeks, Blotzer launched his project, Bobby Blotzer's The Rat Experience.
Right.
The band performed shows in Las Vegas and Denver to solid reviews, but so much for positive press in Blotzer land. So anyway, getting back to this.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Hot on the heels of those dates, bassist Juan Crocier issued a press release for his project, Rat's Juan Crocier, the other voice of Rat.
Boy.
That's a long title, my friend.
Can you hold on for 1 second?
Sure.
I got to get my credit card so I can get to Ticketmaster and order those tickets.
Right.
Shit. Those are going to sell fast.
Exactly.
Good Lord.
The word on Crocier's project did not sit well with Blotzer, who went on the offensive.
Yeah.
Blasting the bassist in an online tirade less than 24 hours upon the Crocier news and subsequent tour dates.
Well, this has all the elements, too, doesn't it? Shock, outrage, Facebook.
Yep.
It's all in there.
All in there. The fallout from the posting session by Blotzer was ended with KNAC, Rock Hard, Blabbermouth, and Metal Sludge.
Oh, wow.
In addition, Rat fans worldwide have chimed in with their thoughts on the sides of the proverbial rat coin. A popular Rat forum on Facebook
Hold on, stop, please. I know I'm interrupting. I would like you to read the letter, the comment and the new comment on the from Amanda Whalen.
All right, Amanda Whalen says, "Hey Neeley, can you please tell my husband Jim Redmond to get out of the chat room and come watch a movie with me? I finally have a night off and he wants to hang out with you guys." Well, Amanda, as Jim should hang out with us. Mm-hmm. I've been married. Chris has been married.
Right.
And we both know that hanging out with the wife instead of the boys, having fun. Mm-hmm. I don't know you, Amanda. I'm just going to go by personal experience with being married. Wives can be annoying twats. I'm sorry.
I'm going to say this, Amanda. If you were doing something other than typing with your hand, Jim would not be worried about this chat room.
Amanda, go to the bathroom, go get a bottle of baby oil, grab a hand towel, and offer a handy to Jim if he'll sit right next to you and watch your movie.
Yeah. And do him a solid. Let him have one headphone, one earbud listening to us while you're jerking him off.
Sure.
Just one.
Yeah.
That's giving you some we're compromising here.
Right. You don't even have to go as far as use your mouth. I know you married chicks. Once that rings on your finger, the mouth is off limits.
Yeah.
So a good handy with a good bottle of baby oil and a hand towel is pretty good.
And while you're in that bathroom getting that baby oil, Amanda, why don't you clean up that pooper a little bit? And since you'll have it all lubed up anyway from the baby oil, maybe you just give him a little of that stink action for it. Just to finish it off. I guarantee he'll stop listening if you offer him that.
He will sit on the couch next to you and be your lap dog.
Yeah, he'll watch.
Or he might lap your dog, be the dog in your lap, one or the other.
Yeah, you let him fuck you in the ass for about 30 minutes or so. He'll sit through 2 episodes of The Notebook.
He'll sit through the entire series of Gossip Girl with you if you want.
He'll give you commentary on fried green tomatoes.
Exactly. And he'll tell you how he sympathizes with Kathy Bates and her unattentive husband who'd rather watch baseball than sit at the table and have a dinner with him.
That's right. So, Amanda, we're trying to help you here. But you really have to do your work too, Amanda. I mean, isn't that part of it?
Right.
You got to be more enticing than listening to us.
Right.
And that only involves sucking cock or getting rammed in the ass if you're a chick. Sorry, it's just the way it is.
Right.
All right, but I hope it helped.
Sure.
Do you think we helped her?
I don't know. I will give you this pointer, Amanda.
Okay.
If you women, and this is not just specifically for Amanda, this is just for the women in general who choose to listen to our nonsense.
Okay.
But I will tell you from personal experience.
All right.
If you want to keep your man happy, keep him focused, keep him from looking at other women, before he leaves the house to go to work, I'm assuming if he's working, he's not a moogle.
Right.
And you're concerned about whether he's fraternizing, socializing, ogling other women.
Yes.
If you relieve him of those poisons before he walks out the door every day, he'll have no desire to be checking out other chicks.
It's very true.
It is true.
There's some science to that, I believe.
Yeah, there is. And I actually have a story about that later tonight.
I'm under the impression that, every time you blow a load, chicks are only at 5s for the next 8 hours.
They are, pretty much.
And then as your balls refill, then so too does your desire to relieve them again.
Exactly.
That's how that works.
So if you girls would be so kind as to do a very minimal thing, such as a handy.
Yeah.
Your guy will leave the house. He'll go to work. He'll work his 8 or 9 hours a day. He won't even think about another woman. And all he'll think about is, when I get home, there's possibly another handy waiting for me.
Yeah, well, that's not what he'll be thinking. By the time he's in the car, he's like, I am going to pound that pussy hard when I get home.
Yeah, well, I'm talking at the minimum, though.
Oh, yeah.
Because we know chicks aren't going to give it up that easy.
Not if they're married.
At the minimum, I'm saying.
And then it depends on how long they've been married.
Sure.
You know, if they've been married 20 years, let's face it, that dude's put his dick everywhere there is to put it in you.
Sure.
So it's quite boring at this point. You got to do something more exciting.
And plus, at 20 years, you're probably not mowing the grass anymore anyway.
Yeah, and your skin probably looks like it just fell out of the dryer. Just a wrinkled clump of yuck.
So, some friendly advice from the boys at the CMS.
Yeah. Glad we could help.
Thank you for checking in, Amanda.
Yeah. I hope he stopped listening now, Amanda.
All right. Back to the story.
All right.
So anyway, a popular rat forum on Facebook that is Facebook's most complete rat and fan page.
Yes.
Seems to be a hot spot for all things rat.
Why wouldn't it be? It's on where?
It's on Facebook.
That's right.
It's a forum on Facebook for all things rat. While everyone has their favorite member.
Yes.
And seemingly all members agree each has the right to earn a living.
Okay.
There is still angst from Blotzer toward all of the bandmates.
All right.
So this goes back to something you and I suggested a while back.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't Juan, Stephen, and DiMartini form a new entity?
Yeah.
And find a new drummer and go out and play rap music.
They could call it Cat with 2 T's.
Well, something like that.
But would that wouldn't be bad, would it? If they called it Cat?
Right.
It's a different animal.
True.
That could be good.
Exactly.
Cat playing the music of Rat.
Exactly. The outspoken drummer has never been one to mince words.
No.
And since his initial thoughts on Crocier's project has unloaded multiple long rants
right
on his official Facebook page, one can only assume that these types of comments will not help with a rat reunion of any sort at any time in the near future.
Anybody that's sitting back holding their breath for the rat reunion is an idiot. Nobody's thinking that there's ever going to be a rat reunion, are there? Is there?
No, I'm pretty... unless Steven is totally broke.
Yeah.
He's done.
He don't want it. He doesn't need it.
He doesn't need it.
You know, when you've had big hits like Fueler, there's no reason that you need to go back to Rat.
Sure. Blotzer on the breakup of Rat. In all honesty, friends, the breakup of Rat comes from Steven and Warren's problems, he says.
Right.
That's 100% true fact. Blotzer continues on the lead guitarist Warren DiMartini. Warren, the smartest, laughing out loud, LOFL. What does that mean? Laughing, LOFL? What does that mean?
FL?
Yeah, it says LOFL.
Laughing out fucking loud?
That's probably what it is.
Okay.
That's really funny. So Blotzer is claiming that Warren is not very intelligent.
Well, I don't know about all that.
Well, that's what he's saying.
Well, I don't know. Does Bobby think he's the intelligent one?
I think he really does.
Well, who do you think is the most intelligent person in Rat?
In Rat?
Yeah.
Let's see. We got Steven. I think Steven's more business savvy. If he could keep himself straightened up and cleaned up, I think that he's the most driven.
Yeah, but we're not talking driven. We're talking smart.
Yeah, but you have to be smart to be driven.
Yeah, or just not know better.
Yeah, but Steven gets his fingers into a lot of different things, though, be it music or the Top Fuel drag racing or the licensing of things. And,
yeah,
you know, so he's involved, you know.
Yeah, and Blotzer has, well,
nothing.
Rat.
Sure.
If the other guys want to do it. And Juan, what about Juan?
Well, Juan runs a studio.
Okay.
And he records other people and he does producing and this and that. So he does that kind of stuff.
And what does Warren do?
I don't know that Warren does anything, to be honest with you. I think that he does some session work.
Yeah, Warren saved us money is what it sounds like.
Perhaps he has, but I can tell you that probably of the two, I mean, of all of them, as far as quote unquote the smartest of them or the most productive, I'm going to say productive rather than smart.
Okay.
I'm going to give it to Stephen and Juan.
Yeah, because the other two don't do anything unless there's a rat tour.
True.
Oh, wait a minute. There was that one project that Bobby was in.
Yeah, he was in that Saints and Sinners.
Yeah, with Janie.
Yeah.
Oh, and he was in Queensryche for like 35 seconds.
Sure.
Let's not take away from him.
Yeah, but that wasn't his project, though. He was just invited to play on it.
Yeah. But he was in it.
Yeah, but that's like doing session work, though.
He could just tour his Queensryche.
Bobby Blotzer's Queensryche.
Why not?
All right. Blotzer on the Rat founding father, Stephen Pearcy. My dog's band. Blotzer has a dog that has a band?
It's pretty good.
My dog's band is better than that horrifying, and you've seen Stephen Pearcy live videos. Can you really say that's good?
Right, well, he does make a valid point there.
It's an abortion.
He does make a valid point.
He's an embarrassment to what we've spent 35 years to build. But see, here's the thing. Stephen's out there doing Stephen Pearcy, regardless if it's the Rat guys backing him up or his own solo band.
Right.
Stephen's performing in his personal band the same way he would perform in the Rat band.
Yeah.
So he's an embarrassment when he's not playing with Rat, but if he was playing with Rat, it would be perfectly fine.
Yeah, well, because he did do the Sao Paulo show.
Yeah, he did. He did the Sao Paulo show, which was horrible.
That was terrible, too.
It was awful.
So, I guess Steven's on par with what Steven does.
Yeah. So, but see, it's only good if he's with Rat because that fills Blotzer's pockets.
Yeah.
But when Pearcy is out doing the same songs with another lineup, it's an embarrassment.
Yeah, then it's bad.
Right. So anyway, Blotzer on bassist Juan Crocier. I, for the record, was extremely against Juan's return, as I said.
Right.
And it was behind my back. Executed by Steve and Warren.
How could it be behind his back if he's a partner? He doesn't have veto power?
I guess not. But that goes back to what I said, that we were told by a certain someone that the first show that Juan played with Rat at the M3 a couple years ago, Blotzer was on the phone with lawyers trying to stop that.
Right. Well, make sure you tell Ron Rockin or whatever his name was that we appreciate that information.
Yeah, exactly.
Is it Ron Rockin?
Yeah, I think that's who it was.
Was it Ron Bevan that told us that? Rick Clown?
Yeah, something like that. And which brings Juan Crocier in, who brainwashed Stephen Pearcy.
He brainwashed Stephen.
He brainwashed him.
Jesus.
So Juan's a very powerful man.
No kidding.
Much like myself.
I was going to say. Juan, who knew?
Yeah, who knew he was so powerful?
I mean, he was out of the business for, 15 years, came back and started brainwashing people.
Pretty much.
Wow, that guy's got some power.
He does. Blotzer on Juan and Stephen's bands. Then you have Juan Crocier and Stephen Pearcy laugh out loud. It's not even close. I'm not threatened in any way, shape, or form. Threatened? Why would he be?
Sue.
Good God. One only has to look at the difference. It's pretty hysterical.
Okay.
That's what he says.
No, that's fine. You know what? I see his point, but I'll make a point back to him. It's just as embarrassing, even if he does have a good band.
Sure.
Band or bad band. The bottom line to it is that you're out there fucking prostituting what you built.
I agree.
I don't care how good the Bobby Blotzer Rat experience is, and it has gotten good reviews from what I've seen. They played a few shows, and it did get good reviews, and that's fantastic. But you're still just prostituting the same as Steven is and the same as Juan is.
Well, I'm doing it better than those guys, though.
What?
They're an embarrassment.
It's still an embarrassment to the legacy.
I agree.
If you're a hardcore Rat fan, if you're just a hardcore Rat fan and that was your favorite band in the 80s, and you see this right now, you're embarrassed.
I agree.
Would it matter to you that one's good and one's not?
No, but to him it does.
Yeah, but only to him.
Only to him.
To no one else. First of all, you know why it bothers him so much? Because even though his band, and I'll say it without even hearing it, even though his band is better, he can't outdraw Stephen.
I agree.
Stephen Pearcy says Stephen Pearcy, the voice of Rat, is on tour. That's going to sell 300 tickets anywhere.
Absolutely.
Bobby Blotzer and the other, what is it called? The Bobby Blotzer Experience or whatever?
Yeah, Bobby Blotzer's Rat Experience.
That is not drawing 300 people a show.
No.
No way. It might draw it in L.A. once, maybe twice, but come to Cleveland and you'll be in front of fucking 10 people.
Sure.
And that's what drives Bobby crazy.
Right.
But you know what? You're a fucking drummer. You could be replaced by a machine.
True.
I mean, that's really the... Rat is not the most intricate drumming band in the world.
Not at all.
When you think of Rat, you definitely think of Stephen's voice. That was or Warren's guitar.
Right. It always comes down to the singer and the guitarist.
Never once in the history, Rat came out, what, 84?
Yeah, more or less, yeah.
So that's 84, 94, 10, 4, 14. So that's 31 years?
More or less, yes.
In 31 years, how many people have come up to you and said, you know what, man? Rat has that killer fucking drummer.
Not at all.
Never. I've never seen that in 31 years. Now, people will say, man, Stephen Pearcy, his voice, or, man, that sleazy guitar of Warren DiMartini, but nobody is crediting the fucking drum line.
Yeah, well, I mean, Stephen went on to do Arcade.
Yeah.
Which, they had some success.
Yeah, it was fine.
And it's good. I enjoyed the first two Arcade records.
Yeah.
They were good.
They were good.
So, he's done other things.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah. So, shut up, Bobby. You're just a douche.
So, to continue on with Bobby's posts.
His outrage.
Yeah. He says, I, for the record, was extremely against Juan's return, and it was behind my back, executed by Steve and Warren. I gave it a try, but I also gave them this warning. You guys are forgetting what a troublemaker Juan was from the day one. He will break the band up. And that he did.
He broke the band.
Yeah, it wasn't all your stupid posts out there talking about shit-talking Steven that entire 2-week period there, was it, Bobby?
Yeah, it had nothing to do with him being on the phone trying to get injunctions not to let him on stage.
Yeah, exactly.
That won't cause any stress between the band members.
Sure. I and Steven actually got on really good. His problem was issue in ownership. Well, yeah, as it should be. Because Rat was Steven's band.
But he gave up his ownership.
I agree. I agree that happened, but when he bailed on the band, he forfeited his piece of the action.
Right. Mm-hmm.
I get that. But I can understand him not wanting to come back to the band as a hired gun.
Well, yeah, I get that. It's the same but different, I guess, as the Dokken thing.
It's very similar.
Except the difference with Mick is that nobody thinks of Mick as Dokken.
Well, Mick sold his ownership to Don.
Right, I know.
He sold it. He voluntarily gave that up.
Also did Steven.
True, but what I'm saying is that it was a conscious effort on Mick's part to sell his percentage back to Don.
Right.
Steven lost his percentage just due to bailing on the band.
Right. Okay.
And the same way with Jeff Pilson and George Lynch when they reformed in '94.
Yeah.
Their agreement was if any of them left the band or got fired, they would forfeit their ownership.
Right.
And when George bailed on him in 97,
right,
and then Jeff bailed on him in 2000, they both forfeited their ownership.
Yeah. And so you're in agreement then more or less with Bobby that he doesn't really owe Stephen ownership.
No, he doesn't. But I can understand why Stephen has a difficult time coming back to the band not being a part owner.
Right.
Because if you're not an owner, you're just a hired gun.
Yeah, and if you're just a hired gun, just go play the gigs yourself. And
Perfect. That's exactly what he's doing, too.
Exactly.
And Stephen was on this show just prior to them, relaunching as Rat, and basically made it very clear to us that there were still legal issues that needed to be cleaned up.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And in the last time he was on the show, he said those legal issues never got resolved.
That's why he's not there.
Yeah. So
I guess you can't really blame Stephen for not doing it, but you can't really blame Bobby either for saying fuck you. If Bobby did maintain the band during the Jizzy years, and the Jizzy Robbie Crane years, it's the same as with Don. Why should he give up his percentage?
That's exactly right.
Don't blame him.
I see it but the thing is that Rat is really of no value
without Stephen. Yeah.
It's not of value. It's like, okay, you can own the Rat name. Mm-hmm. What good is it though? You can't do anything. You're not going to get on a big package tour or play in front of 40,000 people like we saw, in Wisconsin.
You don't think Metallica is going to take out Bobby Blotzer's Rat experience?
No.
No?
No.
I was thinking, man. Sounds like a good tour for him.
Sure it is. Anyway, so to continue on, Bobby says his problem was the issue with the ownership or lack thereof that Warren wouldn't bend on. So according to Bobby, it was Warren who was the holdout with the, negotiating the allowing Stephen to own a portion of the band.
Okay, well, good for Warren. He doesn't need to either.
Sure.
And again, like we were saying before, Warren probably is the one that saved his money.
True.
So he really doesn't need it.
Exactly. So get this. Juan used his Jedi mind tricks, played double agent to gain ownership of the name for he and Steve. It didn't work.
Well, then what Jedi mind trick did he use?
Yeah, so if it didn't work, it doesn't sound like he was successful then.
Yeah, not at all.
Then he comes back again with Jason Houston, dude. You know nothing. You know zero on what goes on in this band, so please try and shut up. Must be somebody who was posting something.
Right.
But see, here's a guy who's telling a guy on Facebook to shut up, but Blotzer's out there airing all this laundry.
Yeah, Blotzer puts it out there in the public and then doesn't want people to say, dude, you're a fucking tool.
Yeah. All right. So let's see. So please shut up on things out of your league.
Oh, shut up.
I'm the odd man out in this. Let's see. I'm the odd man out is in a way correct. I'm the one who's tried to deliver what each guy wants. And why do I take shots at Stephen? If you only knew. Okay.
Oh, thanks.
Do I have the right of speaking on my page freely? You've seen Stephen's live videos. You've seen Stephen play. Can he really say that's good? It's an abortion. He's an embarrassment to what we've taken 35 years to build. In my personal opinion, we deliver 20 times better set than either of those two.
Is he talking about as Rat? Or
no, as the Bobby Blotzer experience. He's saying that his delivery or his show is 20 times better than what Stephen or Juan can deliver.
But no one cares.
That's true.
You know what? I'm sure there's a Rat tribute band out there somewhere that could deliver better than Rat ever did.
True.
And I'm sure that Bobby doesn't want us to support that guy over the Blotzer experience.
Exactly.
Sure.
Juan sings at rehearsals because Stephen was never there. Warren and I have had to say, dude, please stop that. Not because it's good. So watch how you're talking.
What is he rambling about?
Over here, bro. It's freedom to speak, especially when it's your own page. So I guess somebody must have been bashing Bobby about, airing that out on the Facebook or whatever.
Okay.
And he's defending his freedom to air that all out on his own Facebook if he wants to.
Well, go ahead, Bobs.
Gives us more to talk about.
Yeah, we like it.
So then Bobby continues on. In all honesty, friends, the breakup of Rat came from Stephen and Warren's problems. That's 100% true fact. Now Stephen's mad that I called him out after he ruined my or our business. But he and I were good. Warren, with good reason, will never trust him and won't give up partial ownership of the name. Which brings Juan in, who's brainwashed Stephen. I'm fucking Switzerland in this. But I don't hide like Warren and Steve from telling the truth. Life's short. I'm not taking the fall for these guys' unbelievable inability to do business. It's the reality, folks.
I kind of like that part.
Yeah. He continues on. So I really can't figure out who is worse here in the complete misclue and acting with their heads in the cloud scenario. The online mags that try and report their high school level gossip reporting by stalking different artists' Facebook page and or website. Why is it so easy to misconstrue and differentiate that when someone is committing trademark infringement, it's not greed that makes someone protect their property? Case in point, the Rat logo. Sorry, kiddies. It just happens to be factual that it's owned by Warren DiMartini and Bobby Blotzer. I don't care if Juan wants to go out and gig, but illegally using our mark is just going to require us to prepare to a cease and desist and sue. and it will be him whom will be ultimately paying for a lawsuit he's got coming dead at him, and he will lose. That's it. I've had a band of great guys that people love and kill on Rat material.
All right.
So he's telling Juan, knock it off, pal.
Yeah, pal. And you're not using our goddamn mark.
Right. I'm not threatened in any way, shape, or form. Good God, one has only to look at the difference. It's pretty hysterical. No greed there, people. Lots of confidence and pride. I'm not going to name you guys and your online mags if that's what they are, but really try elevating yourself by reporting truth, not grammar questions. Not grammar questions. Okay.
Smart one, though.
And by the way, I called him Juan Crocier purposefully. It's called humor. Oh, he called him Juan Crucifier is what he called him.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Juan. Let's see here. Not unless he's turned into a human. Did you see the geriatric video Jimmy just posted? My dog's band is better than that. Horrifying.
Okay, then.
I agree. Let's see. Somebody by the name of Bill Miller piped in. I agree. Steven's got to get off the road and clean up and get serious if it were to happen. Anyway, so that's what's going on there.
Wow, that's something. Something no one cares about, but that is something. People are probably devastated by this news.
Sure. Hail and Kill caller, you're on the air.
Hail and Kill, guys.
What's
it's
happening?
Metal Drummer.
What's going on?
Hey, I just wanted to let you guys know about the Stephen Pearcy show I went to last weekend.
Okay, how was it and where was it?
It was in San Antonio, Texas at a small club called 210 Capone's.
What was it called?
210 Capone's.
210 Capone's?
Yeah, it's a weird name.
Okay, all right, well, go ahead. So Stephen played there and what happened?
Well, to be honest, like about a month ago, you guys did the segment where he just, he was horrible, and that made me not want to go to the show at all.
Okay.
I went, and it was actually pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. He stepped it up, and he actually sang.
Well, how many people were there?
Probably about 100.
100 people? And how big?
Yeah.
How big is this club?
Not too big. I mean, you can see the bar from the stage.
Okay, so probably held maybe what, 250?
Yeah, about.
Okay. So
And,
did Stephen
yeah.
Did Stephen do any kind of a meet and greet or anything after the show?
Well, it's funny that you asked, because on Facebook, he posted that he would hold meet and greets after every single show, right?
Okay.
So I was excited to meet Stephen Pearcy from Rap. And so the show ends, and when I went up to him, I wasn't surprised at all, because, he kind of is an asshole, so I kind of expected it. But he was an asshole.
He was an asshole?
Yeah.
He wasn't very friendly to you?
Oh, no, he barely looked at me.
Really?
I don't think he even said a word.
Did you tell him that you listened to the Classic Metal Show?
I was going to, but, after those 5 seconds, I was like, I'm not even going to bother,
Yeah, you were like, fuck this guy.
Exactly.
Yeah. And you said, fuck you, pal.
Yeah, pal.
No, but, it was a great show, and, whatever.
Did you get a picture or an autograph or anything?
Like I said, I had a couple of CDs in the car and everything, but, it really soured me after that,
Yeah, so it isn't always the coolest to meet your favorite band or your artist, is it now?
Well, I actually saw Vinnie Paul in the same club. He was coming in as I was going out for a smoke, and he was actually pretty cool.
Yeah. But
Yeah, and-
regardless, though, people think it's pretty cool to meet their favorite artist or their favorite band, and sometimes it's not the greatest experience, and then you go on your Facebook, and then you've got to say, man, when Stephen Pearcy, he was a fucking asshole, man.
Yeah, he punched my mother in the face.
Yeah, and he called her a bitch, too.
Right. And he threw my CDs on the floor, he stomped on them, called me a fucking asshole, and he punched me in the face.
And you know what? He wanted to charge me $5 for a picture with him.
You are a fan of the show, aren't you?
Yep.
Yeah, I can tell.
I listen religiously, and I've been a fan for about 5 or 6 years.
Wow, look at you.
Yep.
So, and this is the first time you were brave enough to call in, huh?
Well, I called in about 4 years ago, but...
Oh, yeah, you were that guy. I remember you.
Yeah, that guy. So, yeah.
All right, well, so so if you gave the show not my show, but the Stephen Pearcy show, if you gave it a grade, what would you grade it?
Well, they had some technical difficulties, so I'm going to pick up a couple points for that. And Stephen tried to be funny on stage, but, he wasn't getting any laughs, I guess. So he just, stuck to the back. And when, every once in a while, he would go up to the mic and say, "We're having technical difficulties. Please hold on." And then he would go to the back again.
What do you think he was doing? Think he was doing some meth?
Am I on that?
No, do you think Steven was doing some meth in the back?
Oh, no, he was, he looked pretty loaded, I'm not gonna lie. When he was walking out after the show, he could barely walk.
Yeah, well, he's got a bad knee, you know that, right?
Yeah, I read his book, and, I'm a big fan of Rat, so, it was just a weird situation. But going back to the rating, I would have to say an 8 out of 10.
8 out of 10. Wow.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah,
So basically a B minus.
exactly.
Okay, good enough. And where was this
Yeah.
at in Texas? Where in Texas?
Oh, San Antonio.
San Antonio. Okay.
Yeah, and Slayer was playing next door, and I got to see them too.
Wow, look at that. Stephen Pearcy and Slayer on the same night.
Were Slayer better?
Oh, hell yeah.
Did you
By 1,000.
when you were in seeing Pearcy play, did you have the temptation to yell out Slayer?
I actually did. And then Freebird.
Freebird.
So how old are you, dude?
20.
20?
Yeah.
How did you even get in the club?
I don't know. They just let me in.
Okay, I guess it must not have been 21 years and older club.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, look at you. So you've been listening to us since you were 15.
Yeah.
Wow.
Do you not have parents?
Yeah, I have parents.
Oh, I was just
They
curious.
don't know listen to your show because, well, actually they do, and sometimes, I show them little snippets of it, but they just get too offended, so I don't even bother anymore.
That's so good.
That's the best.
Look at us raising the youth of America.
And then
Exactly.
fuck it.
Stop it. Wow. All right. Well,
Yeah.
so you live in San Antonio.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. Excellent.
Yeah.
So how does a 20-year-old get into Rat?
Well, it's a weird story. At
Well,
first,
tell me the
I,
weird story. The weirder, the better, pal. So tell me, how does a 20-year-old get into Rat?
Okay, well, it started with wrestling, actually. I was a big WWE fan, and later in high school, I did actual wrestling, so I grew out of that. But anyway, I bought Chris's Jericho book, and he's a big metal guy.
Yeah.
So I read his book and saw what he was into, like Striper and stuff like that, and I started listening to them, and I just got into metal, and I really liked bands like Rat and Kiss and Iron Maiden, Slayer, Van Halen, and, well, from my chat room name, it's Metal Drummer 77, so I also play drums, and I play guitar, and I play bass, and I just love music and metal, man.
Excellent. Well, you're on the right path.
I know.
Now all you got to do is get an arrest record, and you'll be in.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
Yeah, got to get a couple tattoos. Got to get an arrest record.
That's it.
Yeah, that's all you need.
Right. And you'll be full on hardcore metal.
Exactly. And, it's funny because I don't look like a metal guy at all. And whenever I tell people that I'm a diehard metal fan, they just don't believe me.
Well, I believe you. Chris and Neeley
Thanks,
from the
Neeley.
Classic Metal Show believe you, pal.
Yeah, pal.
Yeah.
So you should be able to walk a step taller tomorrow.
You know what? I will do that. And I will, I actually wanted to order my CMS shirt so that I can go on the first day of college with it,
Excellent. Well,
If you
I just got the new shipment in, so I'm in full stock, so order up.
Sounds good.
Okay, man. Well, we'll let you get back to listening to the show, with the greatest show on radio.
All right. And also, about what you guys were talking about with Rad and all that.
Yeah.
It sucks that you have to see 3 different bands just to see, one of the original guys from Rad. That just really sucks. It's kind of like with LA Guns,
It's a lot of
That
allowance
same
money
situation?
to buy tickets to go see 3 parts of the Rat.
Yeah, but after that Steven show, I think I've had enough of Rad.
I would agree.
Yeah.
I would agree.
Yeah.
You saw the original Rat Bastard. That's enough.
Yeah, that's more than enough.
Right.
Well, I'll let you guys get back to it.
All right. Well, make sure you sign off correctly.
All right. Hail and kill. Fuck you, pal.
Nice. Now there's a fan.
That's a fan. All right.
There's a guy who's got all the little references.
He does. Good Lord. I'd like to set him up. Thank him for setting me up so wonderfully for that joke. That was fantastic.
So you think.
That was fantastic.
Right.
Whether I'm right or wrong, it doesn't matter. He put that joke right up there for me to fucking swat it.
It did. It was one of those subtle jokes that just slipped right in there.
Oh, that was fucking... I'm good to do. We're done. Good night.
Thank you. Good night.
Done everything I need to do tonight. I got that joke in.
Right. Right.
All right, let's play some music or something. We've been talking for an hour and a half.
Well, that's cool. And I think you need to back your mic off just a touch because you just distort right at the top.
All right. I'll move it to there.
Just
maybe that's better.
Yeah, just a touch.
All right.
All right, it's good. All right, well, since we're talking Rat, we might as well play some Rat.
All right.
For our caller in San Antonio.
Can we play Bobby Blotzer's Rat Experience?
I don't have anything recorded by that, so the answer is no.
Do we have anything by Juan Crocier? Crucifier?
I don't think he's actually played a single show yet, so the answer is no.
Didn't he have a project before?
Yeah, he did. It was Liquid Sunday?
Do we have that?
I don't have any of that, no.
Even if we did, we're not playing it.
No.
It gets stupid here. All right, play some Rat.
All right. Let's play some, let me see here. Heads I win, tails you lose.
That's pretty accurate.
Yeah, that's why I picked it. So who's the ID I should play? Should I play Stephen or should I play Bobby or should I play Warren?
Look at Nathan.
Wow. That's a big hamster.
That's a bad Photoshop.
It is. That's a big hamster.
All right, I think you got to play Bobby because this was all about Bobby's statement.
All right, well, we'll play Blotzer then.
All right, or do you have 3 IDs?
I do.
Play all 3.
All right, I'm gonna cue them all in.
All right,
and let's see, I got Blotzer, I got Stephen, and then I'll have to put DiMartini in there.
Yeah, and do you got a Juan one?
No, I do not have a Juan one.
Jesus, and he was your buddy.
I know. I listen. I tried to get him on the show. I asked him 3 times. Yeah, dude, just email me. Here's my email. Call. I'll get. And then I emailed him, and then I saw him a few. Dude, I emailed you. Oh man, I just been all busy. Oh, sorry, dude. Just email me again.
Reach out to him now. He's got a project to promote.
Yeah, seriously.
We'd love to know about the other voices of Rat.
Sure,
we would.
All right, I got all the IDs lined up.
All right, great.
So we'll have 3 IDs and then a song.
All right, perfect.
So we'll make Steven first, then we'll make Bobby, then we'll make Warren, and then we'll play the tune.
Sounds good to me.
All right, well, here's some Rat exclusively here
on your classic metal show.